everyone, welcome to this deep dive where we get to hang out with marketing giants. This time it's Alex Hormozi and Sibri Subi.
Sounds intense.
It is.
Yeah.
You guys sent in some awesome clips from their YouTube channels. One from Alex with 13 years of experience and another from Sibri who's got a whopping 17 years under his belt.
Wow. They must have some serious marketing secrets.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
We're about to unpack all of them, ready to grab attention, get customers, and build a thriving business.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, first up, something that might seem a little crazy.
Yeah.
Giving your product away for free, especially when you're just starting out. Hormozi is all about this.
Free? Like completely free.
Yep. He sees it as an investment. You get feedback, testimonials, refine your product, all before you even start selling it.
So it's like a beta test, but people are actually excited to try it.
Exactly. And speaking of excitement, both Hormozi and Subi are obsessed with volume, putting yourself out there as much as possible.
Makes sense. There's so much noise out there. You have to be loud to be heard.
Totally. It's like being at a party. You can't just whisper if you want to make an impression.
True. You have to bring the energy.
Okay, ready for something a little controversial? Clickbait.
Clickbait. Isn't that a little manipulative?
Well, Hormozi actually encourages it, but with a twist. He says, state the facts and tell the truth.
So grab their attention, but don't lie about what you're offering.
Exactly. Subi agrees too.
Yeah.
It's all about capturing attention, but giving real value in return.
That makes sense.
Now, this is where it gets good. The Godfather offer. Subi talks about making an offer so good it's almost impossible to refuse.
The Godfather offer. I like the sound of that already.
Right. It's about minimizing risk for the customer and maximizing their perceived value.
So you're going above and beyond to make them feel like they're getting an incredible deal.
You got it. Now, something both Hormozi and Subi emphasize is the power of storytelling.
Stories.
Yeah. They say stories connect with people on a deeper level, making your message stick.
Well, a good story is always more memorable than just facts and figures.
Exactly. Speaking of memorable, let me tell you about my friend Matt. He was tired of the corporate grind and decided to build his own online business.
Really? What kind of business?
He did it all through email marketing. No product creation, no crazy ads, just pure email magic.
Email marketing. I wouldn't have thought.
I know, right? It's a testament to the power of finding your niche and building a system that works. But we'll talk more about Matt's story later. Back to our marketing gurus.
Okay, back to the gurus.
So Hormozi breaks advertising down into 4 categories: warm outreach, cold outreach, content marketing, and ads.
That seems pretty straightforward.
It is. The trick is figuring out the right mix for your specific business.
Right, because what works for one business might not work for another.
Exactly. And Subi is all about niching down, becoming the expert for a specific type of customer.
I've heard that's super important.
It is. He uses a great analogy. Imagine a watermelon. The whole thing is the market, but you only want a slice, the juicy part.
So you're not trying to appeal to everyone, just the people who are perfect for what you offer.
Exactly. You become more valuable that way. And it reminds me of Matt. He didn't try to build a business for everyone. He focused on a specific niche people who wanted to build a business using just email marketing. And it worked.
Wow. So he really honed in on that one thing.
Yep. And if you're curious about how he built a 7-figure business working just 30 minutes a day, there's a link in the description to learn more. It's seriously impressive.
I definitely got to check that out.
But now, back to Hormozi and Subi. They're both obsessed with lifetime value, or LTV. Basically, how much a customer is worth to you over their entire relationship with your business.
Makes sense. You want customers who stick around.
Exactly. It's about building relationships, not just chasing one-time sales. And they both love the 80-20 principle, the idea that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. Like
Yeah.
80% of your sales might come from 20% of your customers.
Exactly. Yeah. And they apply it to everything, optimizing ads, focusing on the best customers.
So it's all about figuring out what's really moving the needle.
You got it. Now, get ready for this. Hormozi has a framework called the 5 levels of awareness. It helps you understand where your customer is in their buying journey.
Interesting. So are they just becoming aware they have a problem? Are they actively looking for a solution?
Exactly. It allows you to tailor your message to them. And speaking of tailoring, Hormozi has a process called kaleidoscope for getting the most out of your content.
Kaleidoscope. Sounds creative.
It is. It's about repurposing your content into different formats. So that blog post becomes a video, an infographic, social media posts.
So you're maximizing the value of your work.
Precisely. And that reminds me of how Matt turned his email marketing knowledge into a full-blown business. He took what he knew and found creative ways to share it.
He sounds like a marketing genius.
He really is. And if you
Yeah.
want to learn how he did it, that link in the description will tell you all about it. But for now, let's get back to the marketing powerhouses, Hormozi and Subi. They had some really insightful things to say about the value equation.
So what makes something valuable?
Well, Hormozi breaks it down into 4 parts: result, speed, effort, and sacrifice.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And the goal is to maximize the result and the speed.
While minimizing the effort and sacrifice for the customer.
You got it. Make it a no-brainer for them.
I like it.
And get this, both Hormozi and Subi are all about giving away your best stuff for free, especially at the beginning.
Really? That seems counterintuitive.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But it builds trust, shows you're an authority.
You're like, hey, look what I can do. Imagine what else I've got.
Exactly. And even when you're giving stuff away, you can still have calls to action within that content.
So you're not just giving stuff away for nothing.
Right. It's like a delicious appetizer that makes them want the whole meal.
Makes sense.
Now, remember how we talked about niching down,
Yeah.
becoming an expert for a specific type of customer?
Yeah, the watermelon slice.
Exactly. Well, Hormozi and Subi are huge on this. They say it helps you tailor everything.
Your message, your offers, even your whole business strategy.
You got it. And instead of trying to be everything to everyone, you become the go-to expert for a select group
And that lets you charge more, attract loyal customers.
and build a business that actually lasts.
It sounds like a win-win.
It is. And this reminds me of how my friend Matt built his 7-figure email marketing business. He didn't try to appeal to every business owner out there. He focused on a specific type of person.
The ones who wanted to use just email marketing?
Exactly. And it worked like a charm. If you're looking for inspiration on finding your niche and building a successful online business, Matt's story is a must-read. There's a link in the description where you can learn more about his system.
We'll definitely check that out.
Okay, back to the marketing gurus. Both Hormozi and Subi had some interesting things to say about advertising. They believe that all advertising works.
It just depends on how you do it.
Exactly. It's all about finding the right approach and optimizing your strategy.
So it's not about finding that one magic bullet.
Nope. It's about testing, iterating, and constantly improving.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It can be, but it's worth it. And they both emphasize aligning your advertising with your overall business goals.
So, like, what are you actually trying to achieve?
Yep. What are your goals? Who's your target audience? How will you measure success?
Lots to think about.
There is. It's about having a strategy, not just throwing things out there and hoping something sticks.
Got it.
Now, Subi has this cool concept called the larger market formula.
Larger market formula. What's that?
It's basically a way to visualize different levels of awareness within your market.
Like, how aware are people of the problem you solve?
You got it. He breaks it down into 4 segments. Those who are ready to buy.
Those who are still gathering information?
Those who know they have a problem but aren't actively looking for a solution.
And those who don't even know they have a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the key is to understand where your audience falls and tailor your message accordingly.
Makes sense. You wouldn't talk to someone ready to buy the same way you'd talk to someone who's never even heard of the problem.
Right? And speaking of talking to people, Subi also has great advice on creating irresistible offers. He calls it the Godfather offer.
The Godfather offer.
Yeah, basically an offer so good, it's almost a no-brainer.
So how do you make it so good?
Well, it's about minimizing risk for the customer and maximizing perceived value.
So guarantees, bonuses, anything that sweetens the deal.
You got it. It's like saying, hey, I'm so confident in this, I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is.
I love that.
And that reminds me of how Matt structures his email marketing offers. Tons of value up front, a rock-solid guarantee, and bonuses that make it hard to say no.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
Right. If you're looking for inspiration on crafting offers, his approach is worth checking out. You can find a link to his system in the description.
Okay, noted. What else did Hormozi and Subi have to say?
Well, they both talked about showmanship and service. They believe how you present yourself and your business is as important as the product itself.
So it's not just what you're selling, it's how you're selling it.
Exactly. It's about creating an experience,
Yeah.
making people feel valued and appreciated.
That makes a huge difference.
It does. And this applies to everything marketing, customer service.
So inject some personality, be creative, show that you genuinely want to help.
Exactly. Make that human connection. And they both stress the importance of innovating and staying ahead of the curve.
The world's changing so fast, you have to adapt.
Right. They believe those who are willing to experiment and adapt will thrive.
And those who cling to the old ways get left behind.
Pretty much. It's like that saying, innovate or die. Maybe not that dramatic.
But the message is clear.
It is. Continuously look for ways to improve, refine your strategies.
And make sure you're always delivering an exceptional customer experience.
You got it. So embrace change. Be willing to try new things.
And always push those boundaries.
Exactly. Have a growth mindset and always strive to be better.
I love that.
And speaking of striving to be better, both Hormozi and Subi had great things to say about mindset. They both emphasized the long game, being patient, and consistently taking action.
So success isn't an overnight thing.
Nope. It takes effort, learning, growth.
And building a vision for the future and actually putting in the work to make it happen.
Exactly. Be persistent, be resilient, and never give up on your dreams.
And surround yourself with the right people, too.
Absolutely. Mentors, team members, collaborators.
People who support your vision and help you achieve your goals.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And, that makes me think about the community Matt has built around his email marketing system.
Oh, yeah. Tell me more.
He's created a space for people to learn from each other, share ideas, and get encouragement. It's pretty amazing.
Wow, a whole supportive community. I wish I had that.
Well, if you're looking for one, Matt's system is definitely worth checking out. You can find the link in the description.
Awesome. Will do.
Okay, back to our marketing gurus. They both talked about unskewed metrics. Basically, a way to measure success that goes beyond things like likes and followers.
Because those can be misleading, right?
Exactly. Unskewed metrics focus on the stuff that really matters. Revenue, profit, customer lifetime value.
The real indicators of business health.
You got it. It's not about how many people liked your post. It's about how many people actually bought something.
Makes sense.
And both Hormozi and Subi stressed understanding your numbers. They're big on financial literacy.
So even if you're passionate about your business,
You still need to understand the financial side of things.
the cold, hard numbers.
Yep. Make smart decisions, optimize for profit.
Passion's important, but it's not enough on its own.
Exactly. And I'm starting to see how all this connects. Passion, strategy, financial smarts, understanding your customer.
Sounds like a recipe for success.
It is.
Yeah.
And both Hormozi and Subi emphasize continuous learning and growth.
Always learning new things, right?
Mhm. Right. They believe the best entrepreneurs are always learning, always adapting.
So it's not just what you know now. It's about your willingness to keep learning as things change.
Exactly. Have that growth mindset.
Yeah.
And, that's something I admire about Matt. He's always testing new things, refining his approach.
Never satisfied with the status quo.
Yep. And that's a big reason for his success.
Inspiring.
It is. But for now, let's get back to Hormozi and Subi. They talked about leverage, using other people's time, resources, and expertise.
To make a bigger impact.
Exactly. It's about working smarter, not harder.
And using systems and processes to be more efficient.
Yep. It's not about doing everything yourself. It's about building a team and delegating.
So focus on your strengths and let others handle the stuff that drains you.
Exactly. And build systems that can run without you constantly watching over them.
That's the dream.
It is. It's about working on your business, not just in your business.
I like that distinction.
And it reminds me of how Matt built his email marketing system to run mostly on autopilot. He's not chained to his computer all day.
He's got freedom.
He does. If you're curious how he did it, that link in the description will tell you all about it. But for now, back to some more marketing tactics. Both Hormozi and Subi shared some great tips for ad copy.
Ooh, ad copy. That's important.
It is. And they both believe in keeping it short and sweet.
Get to the point.
Exactly. People don't want to read a novel. Use strong headlines, bullet points, visuals.
Make it easy to understand.
Exactly. And don't forget, a strong call to action.
Tell them what to do.
Yep. Click here, call now, download this guide.
Make it super clear and easy.
You got it. And they both had great tips for social media too. They see it as a powerful tool for building relationships.
Establishing your brand and driving traffic.
You got it. But they emphasize being strategic about it.
So figure out where your audience hangs out.
Create content that resonates with them.
And use it to drive traffic to your website or other channels?
Exactly. Be where your customers are and give them what they want.
Makes sense.
And this reminds me of Matt's approach. He doesn't try to be everywhere on social media.
Just focuses on the platforms where his ideal customers are.
Exactly. Smart strategy.
It is. So what else do they talk about?
Well, they both had some really insightful things to say about vision.
Vision for your business?
Yep. They believe having a clear vision is essential for guiding your decisions.
Inspiring your team and staying motivated?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just about what you're selling today, it's about the bigger picture.
Where you want to go and why.
You got it. And being able to communicate that vision to others.
Get them excited to be a part of it.
Exactly. And both Hormozi and Subi emphasize aligning your actions with your vision.
So it's not enough to just have a vision, you have to actually do something about it.
You got it. It's about walking the talk.
Making sure your actions match your goals.
Exactly. And being flexible and adaptable along the way.
Because things change, and you have to adjust your vision sometimes.
Right. But the important thing is to keep moving forward.
Makes sense.
And it reminds me of Matt's journey. He started with a simple idea, but his vision evolved as he learned and grew. If you want a real-world example of vision in action, his story is definitely worth checking out. You'll find the link to learn more in the description.
Okay, I'm adding it to my list.
But for now, let's get back to some tactical advice. Both Hormozi and Subi had some great tips for building an email list.
Email lists are still important.
Oh, absolutely. They believe it's one of the most valuable assets for any business.
So how do you build one?
Well, they suggest offering valuable lead magnets,
Lead magnets, what are those?
free resources like guides, checklists, videos.
In exchange for their email address.
Exactly. But it has to be high quality and relevant to your audience. You're giving something valuable to entice them to join your list.
Makes sense.
And then it's all about nurturing that list once you've built it.
So send regular emails that provide value.
Exactly. Build relationships, promote your products or services.
It's about engaging with them, not just collecting their email addresses.
You got it. And they both had some great tips for sales copy too, whether it's for your website, emails, or ads.
So how do you write sales copy that works?
Well, they both believe it's about connecting with your audience on an emotional level.
Not just listing features and benefits.
Right. It's about telling a story, understanding their desires, their pain points.
And crafting a message that speaks to their needs.
Exactly. Make them feel like they need what you're selling.
Powerful stuff.
It is. And they had good advice on overcoming objections too.
Because those are bound to come up.
They are.
Yeah.
And they said the best way to overcome them is to address them head on.
Be honest and transparent.
Exactly. Show that you understand their concerns. Build trust.
And be genuinely interested in helping them find the right solution.
You got it. And that reminds me of Matt's approach to customer service. He's always willing to answer questions, address concerns.
He goes the extra mile.
He does. If you're looking for inspiration on providing exceptional customer service, his approach is worth checking out.
Noted. What else did Hormozi and Subi talk about?
Well, they both talked a lot about building a strong team.
A team, like employees.
Yep. They believe a great team is essential for success. It's about surrounding yourself with talented, motivated people.
Who share your vision and values.
Exactly. And creating a positive, supportive environment.
Where everyone feels valued and appreciated.
You got it. And they emphasize the importance of delegating effectively.
So it's not just about giving people tasks.
It's about giving them the authority and resources they need to succeed.
Trusting them to do their jobs well.
Exactly. And providing clear expectations, support, and holding them accountable.
So create a system where everyone feels empowered.
You got it. And they both had great tips for time management too.
Because time is precious.
It is. They believe it's your most valuable asset and you need to protect it.
So how do you do that?
Well, they suggest identifying your most productive hours, eliminating distractions.
And automating or delegating tasks that can be done by others.
Exactly. Work smarter, not harder.
Good advice.
And it reminds me of Matt's commitment to working just 30 minutes a day on his email marketing business.
Wait, 30 minutes? How is that even possible?
He's incredibly efficient with his time, and it allows him to achieve incredible results while still having time for other things.
That's amazing.
It is. But now let's shift gears and talk about something fundamental. Understanding your customer.
Oh, that's crucial.
It is, and both Hormozi and Subi stressed its importance. They believe the key to successful marketing is understanding your target audience inside and out.
So it's not enough to just guess what they want?
Nope. You have to do the research, analyze data, talk to them, really get to know them.
Put yourself in their shoes.
Exactly. And they both emphasize creating customer personas.
What are those?
Detailed profiles of your ideal customers.
So you're not just thinking of them as a faceless mass.
Right. You're creating a specific image of who they are, what they do, what they care about.
That helps you tailor your message to them.
Exactly. And when it comes to identifying your ideal customer, think about who you're most passionate about serving.
Who are you uniquely qualified to help?
Yep. And who's most likely to benefit from your products or services.
Find that sweet spot.
You got it. And then it's about attracting those ideal customers while repelling the ones who aren't a good fit.
So be selective.
Exactly. And that reminds me of Matt. He didn't try to appeal to everyone with his business, just the people who were his perfect match.
Smart guy.
He is. Okay, let's dive back into some more tactical advice.
Yeah.
Both Hormozi and Subi had some great tips for creating content that converts.
Content, content, content. Everyone's talking about it.
They are, and they both believe good content is about providing value
Entertaining your audience.
and persuading them to take action.
So it has to do more than just inform.
Exactly. Make it engaging, visually appealing.
And use different formats to keep things interesting.
You got it. Tell stories, use humor, appeal to their emotions.
Make it memorable.
Exactly. And don't forget that call to action at the end. Tell people what you want them to do.
Visit your website, download a guide.
Yep. Make it easy for them to take the next step.
Great advice.
And both Hormozi and Subi had great tips for using social media effectively.
Okay, let's hear it.
They see it as a powerful tool for building relationships, establishing your brand, and driving traffic.
But it's not enough to just post random stuff.
Nope. It's about being strategic. Identify the platforms where your audience hangs out
Create content that resonates with them.
and use it to drive traffic to your website or other channels.
Got it. Be where your customers are and give them what they want.
Exactly. And they also had some great tips for using paid advertising effectively.
Paid ads. Aren't those expensive?
They can be, but they can also be really effective if you do them right.
So what's the secret?
Well, they emphasize having a clear strategy, targeting the right audience.
And testing different platforms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Track your results, optimize your campaigns.
Make sure you're getting the most out of your money.
Exactly. And that reminds me of how Matt used paid advertising to grow his email marketing business.
Really?
He didn't just randomly throw money at ads, he was strategic about it.
He sounds like he really knows his stuff.
He does. But for now, let's switch gears and talk about another crucial aspect of business. Building a strong brand.
Ah, branding. That sounds important.
It is. Both Hormozi and Subi believe a strong brand is essential for attracting customers, building loyalty, and standing out from the competition.
So it's not just about what you sell.
It's about what your brand represents. The values, the personality, the experience.
The whole package.
Exactly. It's the sum of all the experiences people have with your business.
From your marketing to your customer service.
Yep. And they both emphasize authenticity.
Be true to yourself.
Exactly. Don't try to be someone you're not or copy what others are doing.
Find your own unique voice.
You got it. And that reminds me of Matt's approach to email marketing. He's just himself. Authentic, transparent, and passionate about what he does.
And that shines through.
It does. And that's a big reason people trust and respect him.
I can see why.
But now, let's get back to some more tactical advice from Hormozi and Subi. They had some great tips for creating a compelling sales process.
Okay, I'm all ears.
They believe a good sales process is about guiding the customer through steps that lead to a purchase.
So map out the journey.
Exactly. Identify the key touch points and create a system that's efficient, effective, and customer-focused.
Make it smooth and easy for the customer.
Yep. Provide the right information at the right time.
And what about after the sale?
They emphasize the importance of following up. Don't just expect people to buy and then disappear. Nurture those relationships.
So stay in touch.
Exactly. Provide value, stay top of mind, use email, phone, social media.
Multi-channel approach.
You got it. And they had some great tips for building a strong online presence too. A well-designed website and active social media.
It's all about first impressions, right?
It is. Your website and social media are often the first things people see.
Make sure they represent your brand well.
Exactly. And they also emphasize using analytics to track your progress.
So Google Analytics, social media analytics.
All of that. Use data to make informed decisions.
Don't just guess what's working.
Right. See what's working, what's not, and make adjustments.
Data-driven decisions.
Exactly. And finally, they both talked about building a strong community around your business.
Community, like with your customers.
Yep. Connect with them on social media, engage in online forums.
Give them a place to connect with each other.
You got it. It can foster loyalty, generate word of mouth.
It's like a big, happy family.
Exactly. And that reminds me of the incredible community Matt has built around his email marketing system.
He seems to be doing everything right.
He's definitely got a lot of great things going on. It's a real testament to the power of community.
I'm definitely inspired to check out his system now.
Well, you know where to find the link. But for now, let's circle back to some more wisdom from Hormozi and Subi. They had some great advice for dealing with failure.
Failure. Nobody likes to talk about that.
I know, but it's inevitable, right? And they both believe it's not the opposite of success.
It's a stepping stone to success.
Exactly. It's about learning from your mistakes and using them to grow.
So don't be afraid to fail.
Don't be afraid to learn. Every failure is a learning opportunity.
I like that perspective.
And they both emphasize perseverance.
Never give up.
Exactly. There will be challenges, setbacks, moments of doubt.
But you have to keep going.
You got it. Stay focused on your goals and never give up on your dreams.
Easier said than done sometimes.
It is. And that's why it's important to surround yourself with supportive people.
Your cheerleaders.
Exactly. The people who believe in you and pick you up when you fall.
I need some of those.
We all do.
Hmm.
And both Hormozi and Subi emphasized having a positive mindset.
So believe in yourself.
Exactly. Focus on the good, even when things are tough.
Stay positive.
Yep. And remember to be grateful for the opportunities you have.
Good advice.
And it makes me think about Matt's unwavering positivity. Even in the early days when things were tough, he never gave up on his vision.
It sounds like he had the right mindset from the start.
He did. And that's a powerful lesson for all of us. But for now, let's dive back into some more tactical marketing wisdom. Both Hormozi and Subi had great tips for creating compelling offers.
Okay, tell me more.
They believe a good offer is about providing irresistible value.
Value that exceeds expectations.
Exactly. Think about your customers' needs and desires.
And create an offer they can't refuse.
You got it. Make it clear what they're getting and minimize the risk.
And a strong guarantee helps with that.
Absolutely. It shows confidence in your product and gives people peace of mind.
It's like saying, I'm so sure you'll love this. I'm willing to give you your money back if you don't.
Exactly. And that reminds me of Matt's rock-solid guarantee.
Oh.
He's so confident in what he offers that he gives a no-questions-asked refund.
Wow, that's impressive.
It is. But for now, let's shift gears and talk about building a strong sales team. Both Hormozi and Subi had some great insights on this.
Okay, I'm ready.
They believe a great sales team is essential for driving revenue and growing your business.
Makes sense.
It's about assembling a team of talented, motivated people who are passionate about what you sell and skilled at connecting with customers.
So find the right people for the job.
Exactly. And provide them with the training and support they need to thrive.
Create a positive and supportive work environment.
Yep. And they both emphasize the importance of having a clear sales process.
So everyone's on the same page.
Exactly. Everyone follows the same steps, uses the same language, provides a consistent experience.
But it's efficient.
It is. And it's about constantly refining that process, tracking your results, and making adjustments.
I'll always be improving.
Yep. And finally, they both emphasize the importance of building relationships with customers.
So it's not just about closing the deal?
Nope. It's about being a trusted advisor, helping them find the right solution.
Building trust and respect.
Exactly. Provide ongoing support even after the sale is closed.
Create customers for life.
You got it. And that reminds me of Matt's approach to email marketing. He's not just focused on making quick sales. He's building lasting relationships.
He sounds like a great guy to do business with.
He is. Okay, ready for some broader business wisdom. Both Hormozi and Subi had some great advice for dealing with failure.
Oh no, not failure.
I know, nobody likes to think about it, but it's part of life, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
But they both believe that failure is not the opposite of success.
It's a stepping stone.
Exactly. It's about learning from your mistakes and using them to grow.
So embrace failure.
Embrace the lessons it teaches you.
I like that.
And they both emphasize the importance of perseverance.
Never give up.
Exactly. There will be challenges, setbacks, doubts.
But you have to keep pushing forward.
You got it. And that's where having a strong support system comes in.
People who believe in you, even when you don't believe in yourself.
Exactly. Surround yourself with those people.
Good advice.
And both Hormozi and Subi talked about the importance of a positive mindset.
Thinking positive thoughts.
Believe in yourself. Focus on the good. Be grateful.
It's all about mindset.
It is. And that reminds me of Matt. Even when things were tough, he never lost sight of his vision.
He had that unwavering belief.
He did. Okay, ready for some more marketing tactics?
Always.
They both had some great tips for crafting compelling offers.
Let's hear it.
They believe a good offer should provide irresistible value.
And exceed expectations.
Exactly. Think about what your customer truly needs and desires,
Yeah.
and then create an offer they can't refuse.
Make it a no-brainer.
Exactly. And don't forget a strong guarantee.
To reduce risk and build trust.
You got it. It shows that you stand behind your product or service.
And it makes people feel more confident about buying.
Exactly. And that reminds me of Matt's rock-solid guarantee. He's so confident in what he offers that he provides a no-questions-asked refund.
Wow, he must be really confident in his system.
He is. But now let's talk about building a strong sales team. Both Hormozi and Subi have some great insights here.
Okay, I'm ready.
They believe a great sales team is essential for driving revenue and growing your business.
Yeah.
It's about assembling a team of talented, motivated people who are passionate about what you sell and skilled at connecting with customers.
So find the right people for the job.
Exactly. And provide them with the training and support they need to thrive.
Create a positive and supportive work environment.
Yep. And they both emphasize the importance of having a clear sales process.
So everyone's on the same page.
Exactly. Everyone follows the same steps, uses the same language, provides a consistent experience.
Sound efficient.
It is.
Oh.
And it's about constantly refining that process, tracking your results, and making adjustments.
Always be improving.
Yep. And finally, they both emphasize the importance of building relationships with customers.
So it's not just about closing the deal.
Nope. It's about being a trusted advisor, helping them find the right solution.
Building trust and respect.
Exactly. Provide ongoing support even after the sale is closed.
Create customers for life.
You got it. And that reminds me of Matt's approach to email marketing. He's not just focused on making quick sales, he's building lasting relationships.
He sounds like a great guy to do business with.
He is. Wow. We've covered so much ground today. It's incredible how much wisdom Hormozi and Subi packed into those YouTube videos. From those first free customers to the power of volume, from crafting compelling offers to mastering storytelling, we've explored a treasure trove of marketing gold.
I feel like my head is about to explode.
I know, right? There's so much good stuff here. And for me, one of the biggest takeaways is that marketing doesn't have to be complicated.
So what's the key?
It's about being genuine, providing value, and connecting with your audience on a human level.
Keep it real, keep it valuable, and keep it human.
Exactly. And don't forget what both Hormozi and Subi emphasized: continuous learning and growth.
Never stop learning.
Right. The best entrepreneurs are lifelong learners, always seeking new knowledge and skills. And, it makes me think about how Matt built his business. He didn't start as an email marketing expert. He learned, experimented, and refined his approach over time.
He put in the work.
He did. And if you're feeling inspired to explore your own path, remember to check out the link in the description to learn more about Matt's journey. It's seriously inspiring. He built a 7-figure online business using nothing but email marketing. And the best part, he's only working 30 minutes a day. It's crazy.
I'm definitely checking that out.
You should. It's amazing what's possible when you find your niche and build a system that works. But, as we wrap up this deep dive, it makes me think. We've talked a lot about finding your audience, crafting the perfect message. But what if the real key is letting them find you?
Ooh, I like that.
Right. How can you make your work so valuable, so magnetic, that it attracts the right people effortlessly?
That's a powerful question. It's like you become a magnet.
Exactly. That's something to think about. But for now, thanks for joining us on this incredible deep dive. We hope you're walking away with a head full of ideas and the motivation to put them into action. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep into the world of knowledge.